Hey, good day. This is Mr. Varner, and I'm going to help a little bit with IXL. Okay, so we're looking at A6. So this is IXL A.6, which is dealing with square roots. Now, the intriguing thing about the way they have this presented is they have this sign, this symbol here, which is a plus sign on top of a negative sign. It's a positive on top of a negative, it's a plus on top of a minus, either way you want to look at it. So when they're asking for what is the plus and minus of square of 64, they want to have the positive number and the negative number. It's really going to be the same number, one with a positive in front of it and one with a negative in front of it. So what is positive or negative? The square root of 64. Now, if you don't know this off the top of your head, I would recommend going to Desmos. Miss Brewer recommended this site, and I actually like this a lot. I like this a lot. So I want to get the square root. You see, I hit the square root sign of 64. It gives me the answer. It's 8. The answer is 8. So I'll come back to IXL, and I'm going to put in 8 or negative 8. So I'll put in 8 or negative 8. Hopefully I'm right. Hold my fingers, twist my fingers. All right, super. All right, super duper. Now, I know off the top of my head that this is, what is it, 3 times? Okay, it's 9. It's the square root of 9 is 3, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. So the square root sign, 9. Now, how do I know this? It's 3. Because if you memorize the multiplication tables, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Well, 3 times 0, 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's how I kind of knew that one. So the answer is going to be 3. Hit that submit. Terrific. All right, here we go with that crazy positive and negative sign again. Now, 1. What's the square root of 1? Well, I'm going back to my multiplication tables that I kind of memorized. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times anything is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, now square root is one number multiplied by the same number again. So the square root, when you're squaring something, rather, it's 1 times 1 or 2 times 2 or 15, well, not 15, 7 times 7. That would be something square. So the square root, we're trying to figure out what number times itself. So what number times itself would give you 1? 1 times 1 is 1. So I'm going to give a 1 or a negative 1. Now, be honest with you, I can put a positive sign here if I wanted to, and it should be okay. Let's find out. Super duper. All right, I'm going to do one more with you because I've answered 3 questions. I think there are 10 of them. 3,600, 3,600, 3,000. What is the square root of 3,600? That's what this question is asking. What is the square root of 3,600? Go back to Desmos. Where's my clear button? Okay, so I'm going to hit the square root sign, 3,600. 3,600, and it says 60. So that tells me that 60 times 60 should be 3,600. Okay, good. So I'll pop in 60. I almost typed in 3600. That's interesting. No, but the answer is 60. All right, so this is the third one. Let's pull the trigger. Pow, there we go. Brilliant. And that's how we work out those problems. So hopefully you're doing well. If you had any challenges doing the square root, then you can just watch this video over and over and over and over and over and over and over till you get it. That's how I learn. I have to do things about 4 or 5 times before it really makes sense to me. So as many times as it takes, as long as you get that 100 score or 80 and above in IXL, then we're good and we're good to go. So I'll see you on the next video. All right, take care.